For people that understand the language of music. This is not, I repeat, this is not for the shackled brain, not to sell or be sold, just enjoyed. You get all your money when you fuck with Mr. Toast.
Peace. Welcome to Black Intelligent Minds United Radio. Once again, you know, I'm your host, Life of Law. I got my brother, Jerule.
Jerule's here, yes, sir.
Yeah. So we're here with episode 9, and like you say, every time we do this, we got a great show for you. Got a great guest that's going to come on, and we're going to get to him shortly. But first and foremost, you know, as we always start our show, we start up with mathematics. So today's mathematics is culture. Right? We're in the episode 9 that's born. So culture is a way of life and how we do things, how we operate in terms of the divine nature. As it relates to that, Jerule, what's been going on with you, man?
I mean, you know, speaking on culture, you know, I feel like this show is very important in regards to that because, you know, I think a culture has intellectual achievement. And, you know, BIMU stands for Black Intelligent Minds United. So I feel like there's a lot of us working on great things individually,
right? But
I think this platform will allow people to actually come together and bridge the gap between the different things that they're doing, you know what I mean?
Right,
So,
that's important, man. Yeah. When we decided to do this, you remember, the Black Intelligent Mind is not a black or white thing. It's a mindset where everybody needs to come together, collaborate. Everybody doing their individual thing. But we felt that true power is when the minds work as one. And that is what we're striving to do today. Before we go into our 2 songs, as we always do, this show is dedicated to a few people who passed away, and that's unfortunate. For those who understand, Dennis Edwards of The Temptations passed away, so we give all our condolences to his family. We also, the game's father passed away suddenly.
Wow.
And so we give a whole shout out to the game and his family. And then last but not least, we have a sister who was a mentor of mine at Warner Brothers, Carolyn Baker, who passed away due to an enormous trial, and we wish her family the best in terms of the bereavement and condolences to her. And it also goes to show you that, you know, time is not waiting on nobody. You know, we got to really reach out to people, man. You know, we never know what they may be going through. So I'm asking everybody out there who's watching, who's listening, if you got a friend, family, or whoever, pick up the phone and call them. Hey, man, you all right? It only takes 1 minute to do that. Pick up the phone and call them, hey, man, you all right? Everything good? All right, man, I'm just checking on you. That's brotherhood, that's sisterhood, and that's what we need to go back to now. We need to go back to really looking out for one another.
Yeah, the human side. Like we were building the other day, I feel like when a person passes, it's almost like a library closed. There's a wealth of experience and information and knowledge that you're not going to be able to get from that person now.
Right. And you, not to go into it, but Carolyn helped build MTV.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even know her history. No one even took time to find out who this woman truly was. And we have to do that.
Now she's gone.
No coming back. As we know, in the 5% nation, there's nobody returning from a physical death. But there's a chance to recover from a mental death. And I hope that as we go through this show today with our special guest, that you will recover from your mental death and start to listen, look, and learn. Right? Because that's the key. Now, let's get into our music, because that's what this is about, right? So the first song is my man KRS-One, the teacher, the educator. He's going to come out and talk about You Ain't Got Time. And the next one is from a group that I found that was very interesting to me. It's Focus featuring Torre and Guilty Simpson, and the single's called The Pressure. So you're in tune, BIMU Radio, y'all. Check it out, and we're coming right back with our special guest. Peace.
And a criminal, there's no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace.
Politics is a pile of tricks. 8 years, what do we get out of it? More chatter, more gun splatter, more dumb rappers and dumb athletes and actors. My name's Revolution, open your eyes. I'm not on TV cause the revolution will not be televised. They telling lies, we better rise and get a plan. The US president, he's endorsed by the Klan. Damn, you don't understand what's going on? Slavery coming back and most of y'all just gonna go along. Not me, they ain't failing me. You can see I ain't vote for the president or Hillary. America trying to put the fear in ya. They the reason for that fake war there in Syria. So when I grab the mic, I spit a full clip. Wake up, you ain't got time for this bullshit.
So once been a criminal, there's no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. To have once been a criminal, there's no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace.
This what the boom bap sound do. Since way back in the Bronx, I had a sound view. If you hearing this, the truth, it just found you. I'm in his town, her town, your town too. Man, I stay ahead like a crown do. Look around you, knowledge reigns supreme. This is what it comes down to. People talking, but ain't doing nothing. KRS ain't about fronting. Let me tell you something. We need unity at all costs, or everything's all lost. These lessons are hard. That tweeting shit is so soft. Brothers killing brothers with the sword off. No remorse, brothers are hauled off up north. We off course, believe in the hype. Honesty we ignore, but that deceiving we like. These rappers are corny, but you like you lying from the pulpit. You ain't got time for this bullshit.
So once been a criminal, there's no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace.
Yo, you know my pedigree opinion. The synergy is spitting, the sentence is always intended. We ain't here to win it, never fold under pressure. Not a moment, a minute. Incentive invented, you're rapping repentant. For the record, I rip it every session is sight. Best in his life, that boy right, biblical type. The blessings of Christ, my shit mesmerized, hypnotized. Vocal is vilified, voice never synthesized. Cold world, y'all sit inside shit. I'm fighting for the credit I get. Those that get what I deserve know the pressure intense. I mean especially since all of your special events and bells and whistles don't add up to dollars and cents. I mean I started as a novice, now I know that you can get the fortune or the fame, really both. I'm here to get this dough. The goal's to get out of the ghetto, but don't crack under the pressure like precious in the stiletto. That's the pressure.
I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you gotta go hard if you wanna win. And yo, the pressure, I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you gotta go hard if you wanna win.
Say a prayer to the man upstairs and hit the block. Feeling like a modern day Pac. Will they shoot me up at the studio or lock me up for some groupie hoe? Huh? I think not. Bankrolls, dead presidents, sick cats get fed, delayed medicine, bread settled in. Then I saw the light, provided just enough insight so I could write. Baby crying, my lady's trying, my last nerves, mine's echoing my last words. Tempted to hit a lick where they bag birds, trying to make cash merge and never hustling backwards. Go everywhere with chrome, and when the motherfuckers stare, it's on. Either hell or jail, I gotta pick the lesser of two evils. I'm under pressure.
Hey yo, the pressure, I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you gotta go hard if you wanna win. And yo, the pressure, I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you You gotta go hard if you wanna win. I got the mind of a chemist, precise like the hands of a dentist. This life feel like I'm serving a sentence. New York representatives, the D's, yo, they stay trying to get us and stick us in the World Book of Guinness. Cause cops shooting niggas at an all-time high. It's hard in the hood when the coke price rise. You can feel effects even if you don't sling pies. Never believe what you hear unless you switch your own eyes. And even then it's kinda suspect. Niggas selling work whack. It's a dirty game they play up in the projects. And every ghetto across the USA, I always count my blessings each and every single day. I learn to listen when the OG spoke. Cause in life you make mistakes, homie, but you better take notes. Cause it's a cold world we live in. I'm trying to keep my pockets from thinning. Chrome wheels spinning, nothing gon' stop me from winning. Pressure, I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you gotta go hard if you wanna win. And yo, the pressure, I can't fold under the pressure. Gotta stay strong and maintain under this pressure. Life is hectic, filled with stress and fake friends. No matter what, you gotta go hard if you wanna win.
Welcome back, BIMU Radio, y'all. Life of Law right here. Listen, I hope that y'all like those two first joints by KRS-One and my man Focus, featuring Tory and Guilty Simpson, and there was the pressure. Now, let's talk about pressure, right? Since that's the last cut we had. Let's talk about the news. So, Warner Brothers, right? Warner Brothers in 10 years exceeded $1 billion through digital licensing and artist services, expanding rights and revenue. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
because, you know, Warner Brothers was out of the scene for a while. I know when I was at Warner Brothers doing the Ice-T thing under the Cop Killer, you know what I mean? We couldn't do nothing after that. You know what I mean? So what do you think about that?
I think the name of the game nowadays, with technology advancing so fast, you got to be able to adapt. So, you know, maybe they were behind the scenes trying to figure out what's the
best course of action.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, you know, I look at it this way, man. The world is changing through digital means, artificial means. Yeah. But you still got to deal with the reality of what's important. Mm-hmm. Artist development, making sure you sign the right people, and making sure the people behind the scenes are right in terms of the work that got to be put in. Yeah. And speaking about that, let's talk about the Black Panther film that's coming out. It seems like the alt-right don't want the Black Panther to be successful. Now, what do you say about that? Are we going to let that happen, or are we going to go out there and support the black director with a black cast, with Kendrick Lamar doing the full soundtrack and the full album, all black, for those who don't understand?
Right. I mean, it's a great time. I mean, you know, I just think of it from the perspective of me growing up. Like, the only real movie that touched me in that way was The Last Dragon. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. To see someone that actually looked like me as the lead role, he's powerful, you know what I mean? So for my children to actually have a hero.
So you was down with the Shogun.
I wasn't down with the Shogun. Went down with the Shogun.
Yeah, the Shogun, that martial art thing.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger back in Queens, man, you know, we used to run away, right? Play hooky and go down to 42nd Street and watch the Kung Fu flicks back on the Deuce, you know, back then. So did that do that for you as far as the Shogun?
Yeah. I mean, it just allowed me to see people that look like me in a film. Yeah. And they weren't doing no passive stuff, or, you know what I mean? They actually were powerful. It touched me as a kid, you know what I mean? So for this generation of children, this is important for them to have. You know,
to see some type of hero
that's not cowering down or on some
fighter,
on some funny stuff, or you know what I mean.
Now I wonder if they're gonna give us free breakfasts. You know what I mean? You know, for the nation. Right. But Black Panthers, you know what I mean? Peace to Huey Newton out there. All right. Speaking about that, we're gonna want to bring in our guest now. You know, this brother has been in the game for 30 years. I mean, worked for some serious artists out there. You know, I'm gonna let him tell you. But this brother comes in, man, you know, coming from an artist management background, coming from an artist background, coming from a publishing background, and we call this show the many hats of a music executive. Yeah. And this brother wears so many hats. I still don't understand why he's still wearing white. You know what I mean? This brother wears white in purity. So without further ado, we want to give it up to the CEO and founder of Who's Harris Entertainment and Music Publishing, my brother, my friend, a serious executive in the game, LIVIO Harris.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, man, we're going to get right at it. We ain't going to cut through no chase like I told you. Yeah. Open up your jacket. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. So, Livio, man. I mean, you, like I said, you're a man of many hats. You know what I mean? You're kind of like the James Bond of the music industry.
I appreciate that title. Yeah. I'll take that.
So, tell me, how did this start for you, man? How did you get into business? I mean, what made you get into business? What compelled you to get into business? Talk about it.
Yeah, it was more like when I was a youngster. Obviously, I was like, I used to look up to Russell Simmons.
Okay,
and
one of my mentors.
I want to be like him. He's doing more than just the music stuff. He's he's an entrepreneur. Clothes, the fashion, Def Jam comedy. So I was like, if I want to be an executive, I want to be like that. The artist side, I just love. I'm the only one in my family actually that's even entertained the music side of it.
Oh, wow.
But I used to just come home from school every day and sing and mimic stuff on the radio, GQ and all that. And then
not Teddy Pendergrass though.
All that.
Oh,
all
really?
That,
Barry White and all that.
All that.
Secret
all
Garden.
That. All that. so it just kind of motivated me to be an artist. But then a friend of mine was like, "Yo, you need to come to Cali." Because I used to write with him back in the day.
Oh, so you was a writer?
So I was a writer first.
Okay.
Yeah, writer, then artist writer. So I came to Cali, and what's crazy was that I was just coming out here on a humbug, and it worked out. That's 30 years later, I'm still here. But I think the thing is, from an executive, it was Russell Simmons and Andre Harrell's, the way they was moving back then. And then artist-wise, it was just the fact I just loved music, period.
Okay, so you love performing music.
Performing music, period.
Okay, all right. So now, Who's Harris Entertainment and Publishing?
Yes.
What is that about?
That is Who's Harris Entertainment is more like it's just a conglomerate of a lot of things. Like I cover artist management. I cover the consulting side of things, and then the Who's Harris Music Publishing is strictly a publishing game. I got my bug with that with a company called Notting Hill Music Publishing. They was out of London. So they had me, I didn't know what I was doing. It's like, yo, would you be our U.S. guy? And I'm like, we are.
Yeah, hell yeah. Give me that. I'll work it. I don't know it today, but by the time I get off this phone with you, I'm going to know it backwards and forwards.
I said, let's do it. So I came back to America, and then it's like, we had Nelly Air Force Ones, and then we started building slowly but slowly, and then Will Smith came. So, when he was on fire with the Welcome to Miami. So I was like, wow, this is really not as complicated. It's about having your ears to the streets, knowing the right people, and people coming to you saying, hey, I got Usher, I got this, I got Beyonce song or whatever. So over time, it just became a beast. We started signing up Everything Moving. We became the go-to company. Like these guys cut the check. So we became, a big entity. And then, 21 years later, I'm still here. I'm like, wow. And, we signed some stuff like, Beyonce stuff, Michael Jackson stuff, Thong Song, so Usher, Chris Brown.
So you've been well-versed in getting those people signed. And this is why it's important, man, what we do when we do this, man. A lot of people don't know the people behind the scenes are truly the pulse of what you see in front of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, when these artists fade to black, it'll be folks like Livio, myself, Jerule, and others who are paving the way, I have paved the way, that still be around. So don't burn your bridge. Don't ever burn your bridge, because you never know who and what you may have to deal with down the road. Yeah. Jerule?
Yeah, so I have a question. So, at what point in your, development did you think to yourself about wanting to actually be more on the executive side? Because, most people, they grow up as an artist and that's their main focus. But how did you know, that's the avenue you wanted to go?
Well, when I was in the group, we was called For Sure.
Right. Yeah, I got it on the website. Check out the website.
Yeah, For Sure. FOUR-SURE. So I was in a group called For Sure. We signed to Uptown. It's funny. I was telling my guy earlier that Diddy was our A&R at the time, 17 years old. Yeah. So it was more, being an artist and then saying, what if this don't work? I've seen a lot of my peers the record didn't pop off, the record company didn't really put the money behind them.
The numbers ain't there.
I got to find a backup. So It was really Michael Bivins, to be honest with you, the way he moved from, BBD, New Edition. He had, his label with, with all the great artists, Boys and Men, ABC. I'm like, wow, so you could be an artist and still do your executive thing.
Yeah, no holds barred.
That inspired me as an executive. And then Kurt Whitley, who's a really great friend of mine, mentor.
Yeah.
He's my mentor. And I used to see he managed Mary at the time. So while all my other group
Harlem
members,
Night, you know what I mean?
all my other friends would be like, after the show, they go chase the clubs and the girls, we go in the club. I hang with Kurt and just be a sponge on the wall. He's managing Mary J. Blige at the time. And I'm like, I think that's what I want to do, because this music, this artist thing ain't forever. And true enough, the label didn't really get totally behind it. And so I fell right into the executive side.
Okay, and you started out as in the management side first, or?
I started off as a writer first. So
Okay.
I came out here to California to write. A good friend of mine's, Marcus Hardy, had come out here and write with me. So I came out here to write with him, and then it turned into bringing some of my guys from Kansas. I'm from Kansas City, St. Louis, but Kansas City as well. So I brought my guys out, and we just put a group together real quick. And Kurt Willie got wind of it, and Andre signed us, and we was on Uptown. So it was more of the writing first, producing, and then became the artist on Uptown, and then Rough House Records as well. They had Fugees, Wyclef, Crisscross. So became an artist from that perspective, and then the executive came after.
So it was good, I think, for being a writer first to understand the dynamics of publishing
and a hit record.
And a hit record and what that entails, because you can continue to get royalties after the artist done and gone. I'm not to say dead, but no longer on the scene, but still be able to reap those rewards from what you put in motion in the early interim of your career.
Believe it or not, I'm getting checks. I mean, I did Adina Howard in it was like 27 years ago. And I'm still getting checks from BMI from stuff that I did back then. They're not as big as they were, but
you still could put gas in your car from the checks you're receiving. So, what is your biggest inspiration? What was your inspiration then, and what is it now? Because I know a lot of things have changed now. What inspires you every day to get up? I mean, you're in your early 20s now, right? As far as the age, right? Meaning we're still young in the game, right? We still learning, right?
50s is the new 20s.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But what is your inspiration to keep you going every day? I mean, what inspires you?
I think it's just like, just trying to, to basically achieve the ultimate goal for me is to really accomplish like a lot of the things that Diddy, a lot of things that Andre and Russell have accomplished. So with me, I think the motivation is like, I can do this. I'm almost there. So let me get my ass up and let's hit it. And then it's the right people that I work with too. Like the people that I work with, to me, an artist has to motivate you too as well. If you're managing an artist, if that artist is lazy and it's like, what am I doing? But if the artist is like, I got to see this guy become the next, Bow Wow, like in the case of DJ Kiss, I got to see this guy become the biggest thing since Bow Wow. So I have to get up every day and push and make sure the buttons are pushed the right way. So I think it's about the team of people, that the artists that you're working with, or if it's a client in general, that they're motivated and they want it bad, so then I want to help them get that. And that's kind of one of my legacies. Like, when I leave this planet, I want to be known as this guy helped everybody and really cared about the game. He wasn't about the check as much as...
Even though the check is good.
You need the check.
You got to eat.
But it's just about... It's like, that's why I guess everybody like, why you wear all white? I feel like I'm an angel. It's like this angel.
Oh, that's why you wear the white. I was going to be next. What's up with the white? I've always seen you in white. Maybe one time I might have seen you in red, which is why I got you up there in red. Right? But you always wear white. Is that for the sense of purity and the essence of...
Purity and just feeling like an angel, like, I'm here to help the world.
That's beautiful, man.
So when I wear that, I feel good, I feel clean. I walk in the club like, wow, that guy, makes me feel powerful.
Right.
So that's been my thing for 20 years, maybe.
Wow, that's a good philosophy to have. You got another question?
Yeah. So, you spoke about managing Adina Howard. So I guess my question would be like, you mentioned you don't want to have those artists that are lazy that you have to motivate. So what is your selection? What was, or because you still doing management, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So what's your selection process for choosing the artists that you do want to manage?
I think it's definitely like I've kind of watched them first to see, are they on their Instagram? Are they really pushing themselves? Do they care about their own?
Are they self-motivated?
They're self-motivated. And then once I see that, then I get into, is this somebody that we could really make, a name, like you said, Jay-Z. Not the no offense.
One hit wonders.
No offense to Little Pumps and all that, but no offense. I mean, get your money. But I'm looking for, like you said, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, like you said, you can see, you can still go see Kool Moe Dee.
I can still go see Rakim. I can still see LL, who I grew up with. Yeah, the Juice Crew. Because there was a time where, as you know, music made you feel like, man, what I'm going through, they're talking about it, so I can connect. Yeah. This music today, I can't connect to it the way I used to. I mean, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but I can't connect the way I used to, man. You know what I mean? It's a different time, different mindset, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, So, you got another question before we go into our music?
I mean, I could keep going.
Keep going, right? All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to give our friend, our brother, LIVIO, has a little break. We're going to go right back to some normal music. The brother Jerule's going to go ahead and put that down for you. You're going to go into maybe 3 joints.
Yes.
And then we're going to come back with LIVIO Harris to continue to find out the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, James Bond, the man in many hats, LIVIO Harris.
All right, so yeah, we got a joint by Joey Badass and Desi Hines. It's King to a God, and that's produced by Nasty Loves You. Crazy name now. Then we got a joint by an artist called Blue Steeb, and it's called The Mission. And then we got the joint Arabian Sam's, and it's featuring Conway the Machine, Styles P, and it's produced by Derringer.
Yeah, BIMU ready, y'all. Check the 3 joints out. Coming right back with LIVIO Harris. Peace.
Hold up. Back on my bullshit, I'm packing a full clip. I'm trigger, bitch, get back before I pull it and let it rip. Hit you off from the hip up, my Glock, it don't hiccup. You better get the grip and no slip up. Now put your hands where my eyes could see, like it's a stick up. Make one false movie getting lit up, cause I don't give a fuck like Bishop. I'm crazy like a redneck in the pickup. Shit get ugly like Sean say Billups. Hold up, let me fill up. My cup was a fine wine. Yo, bitch wanna fuck, all I gotta do is find time. So I just really want that Einstein. But fucking watch her do it back like a Thursday on my timeline. Swear I'm so out of my mind, the only one of my kind. Between me and you's a fine line. I sell rhymes like dimes and leave MF's doomed. Since my first tunes, I've been raising hell from the tombs. Look, I'm getting hotter every June. You say you with the smoke, well I'm with the heavy fumes. You got goons, I got goons. Everybody got goons. Question is, do you got the cajoons? You niggas poons. They really need to stop the buffoonery before I take it back on them. Start snatching they jewelry. You niggas talk tough, but that shit don't be fooling me. Fuck around, and this verse gon' be in your eulogy. This the type of shit I do usually. I move indubitably and put these words together so beautifully. While I beat the Beatles so brutally. Like cops in my community, abusing diplomatic immunity. Said I'm soon to be the greatest in your top 5. Cause when I drop, watch the rest drop just like flies. They be shook when a nigga like me on the rise. Cause I ain't afraid to look a Lion King up in his eyes. Nigga, what? But what's a king to a god? Feeling like the realest motherfucker alive. Kill a nigga before I let him push me aside. Cause bitch, I'm trying to break even over the eyes, nigga. But what's the king to a god? Feeling like the realest motherfucker alive. Kill a nigga before I let him push me aside. Cause bitch, I'm trying to break even over the eyes, nigga. Let that shit breathe. Holla, let that shit breathe. Yeah, ill-minded child. Let's get him.
How many pieces I'm eating? Forbidden fresh fruit. 16 pieces, the sweetest. I feast on flesh too. Versus bulletproof on the chessboard. Pick your best move. I already made mine. Where's the next loop? 100 plus miles. I'm turning frowns upside down. Using every tool to close these tombs like King Tut right now. I'm cutting ties, then cufflinks might bounce until the ground feel an urgency to bury me or worry my spouse. All is sleeping, I'm wide aroused. I'm right around fine Chinas in Chinatown. Fine dining with lighter sounds. That's for the spliff. Nobody make a sound. I came to wipe these babies down with nothing less than Egyptian cotton for towels. For cotton picking, no doubt. This little nigga just turned big nigga. You now are tuned into the era where we better than who's around. Fuck, try to give up the pounds. I told y'all niggas once and only now. I think I'm going psycho for the sound. Only cycles I see around. Go round and round like a new carousel. What's a king to a god? The difference is one of them don't compare themselves. I'm only here to make a name plus generational wealth. No kidding, New York state of mind. I guess it was written. I'm out in Queens after
Yo, them ugly poets. Rappers are in danger. Yo, ugly poets break the page first, scratching pain on the page like the beast. Next, into love, destroy this beautiful art, internal expression, life jewels of independence. Where do they stand with interference? Disturb your natural patterns. Open mind is old, the cosmic space is never full. Slave in the booth, rappers stood on a chair, your neck's in a noose. Staring through glass, it used to be your homies, but now it's the devil's suits and ties, waving death on the string. Yo, who's to blame? You for signing your life away. Parents hate ya. You can't listen to the voiceless words, the type of words destroy the youth. Hope you rest well, right? The spirits can't stand that shit. Raw ill person, alphabetical on the pages. Fun the verses, no rehearsal. Assassination, whole cipher. Manifest many things that I saw. Rappers are in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw. Rappers are in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw. Rappers are in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw. Rappers are in danger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo, dropping the method, picking the flowers, watching the bloom, rapping patterns of selves. Where's the guidance? The parables, the spoken word, dressed in formation of them ill skills. Invisible rest, the others, the ones who whisper with a difference. Daydreaming, nightmares, reality's fucked. Hard rhyming, paved disabled construction. Some press the luck so hard that the line is so thin. Trapped by your butt, so weak. Tomorrow enters the darkness of nothing. Blinded by illusion, everything is. So for this point, fuck those who trace the lines of other souls. Use some weird methods, spread the disease and rap untold. Watch the owl who breaks his own neck to see it end. Smiles before your eyes close. This is from the MCs who F the art raw from every direction. Manifest many things that I saw, that I thought that was all in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw, that I thought that was all in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw, that I thought that was all in danger. My album manifest many things that I saw, that I thought.
Grimiest of all time, nigga. What's poppin', nigga? Where the drama, I want it to pop. I'm giving niggas shit bags from stomach shots, stick blast, quick fast, clip has 100 shots. Peace to them niggas that whip glass and run the block. My nigga Duns got caught with his second swim. Got a bag for him when he come home, that nigga family. Hood nigga, never gave a fuck about a Grammy. The real niggas that been through it, they understand me. Same niggas sending threats, them niggas quiet. He don't wanna feel the chopper bullets setting them on fire. Knife work, gun work, whatever is required. Shoot a fire in his weapon, spitting lead till you expire. I went from being locked in cages to rocking stages. 350s to them 950s, rocking gauge kicks. Y'all was spray if I okayed it. Youngin' got the sawed off, them niggas chopped the gauges. They not to play with, no socks when I rock the fake shits. Sending pounds over, I just sprayed the boxes, made it. Grimiest of all time when I jot the pages. That's why my fucking name ringing like the slots in Vegas. Hear me? You hear me, nigga? Hey, niggas who front. I know you pussy. Niggas clapped you and you wasn't in that prison a month. Running your dick sucker, that'll get you hit with the pump. On fire and a stick till you slump. It's the machine, bitch. Lay the fuck down, pussy. Nobody don't move or the gun blow. Gun blow. Boom, see that mask, niggas. You know what the fuck it is, niggas. Nobody move, nigga. Be still, fuck, nigga. Nobody don't move or the gun blow. Gun blow.
Deadly a raw dose of heroin. Fire on fish scale, fuck let the felon in. Ferrari dreams and Atari games. Catch him in the lobby and kill him. We heard he body things. Everybody let the machine pop. We gon' catch him slipping off perks, leaving a lean spot. Bitch nigga, wreck your sister here. Nah, just pistol whip. She chillin' with the stripper bitch to be around the way every day on some mission shit. Line a nigga up, deep water, no fishing shit. You bait, no chance to escape. I'm in the base, 10 to 8 in the coke. Price deflate, so Conway. Surely know the way of the kind. Deck of cards in the Quran, like I'm waiting to bind. Long con, short con, I ain't playing for bronze. Gun Olympics, the ghosts don't pass the baton. What up? Yeah.
Lay the fuck down, pussy. Nobody don't move or the gun blow. Gun blow. Boom, see that mask, niggas. You know what the fuck it is, nigga. Nobody move, nigga. Be still, fuck, nigga. Nobody don't move or the gun blow. Gun blow. Fuck, nigga.
Conway, what up? Salute, my G. Goose.
All right, welcome back, BIMU Radio, with my man, the man of many hats as an executive, LIVIO Harris. We hope that you like those 3 joints, my man. Yo, Conway the Machine is a beast, yo. Man. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that's real hip hop to me, man. Mm-hmm. That grimy, right. Dirty, in the gutter. Let's get it on. Let's get it popping.
It makes you feel something, you know.
Yeah, man? Every time I hear that dude, man. It reminds me of the old way of how we used to do things. I'm from Queens. For most of y'all may know that. The home of the Rocks, North Side, 113th and Farmers. And it's a lot that goes on that a lot of people don't understand. You know what I mean?
I meant to ask you this question. It's kind of just a random question, but what borough in New York had the best MCs in your opinion?
Respectfully,
without being biased,
Queens.
Okay.
Queens. And that's nothing against Medina. That's Brooklyn. For those who understand the language, there's nothing against Manhattan Brothers. That's Mecca. And nothing against Staten Island for the Woo. But Queens, the business came from Queens. The best MCs come out of Queens. When it comes to our swag and how our style is, it's Queens. And that ain't no personal bias. That's just what FUBU, Queens. You know what I mean? Rush Artist Management, Queens. LL, Queens. You know what I mean? It's Queens. I'm sorry. It's just Queens. You know what I mean? The home of the kings.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm always rep Queens, man. That's just my neighborhood. That's who I was raised under. I learned a lot from brothers in the hood. You know, Shorty Black, Divine, Freddie Love. All of them I learned from. But this is not about me.
Right.
This now is about the man of many hats, LIVIO Harris. Right. We want to get back to that. Now, question number 15,000. What's your management style? As you know, you're wearing all white, you're looking pure like an angel, you know what I mean? You're saving lives, you know what I mean? What's your management style, you know, as far as how you deal with your day-to-day business?
Oh, man, it's just, you know, just like you said, you know, and I used to try to manage the world, and I'm very smart now.
You got hip to the game.
1 and 2 is enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, you know, basically it's my day-to-day with that is just, you know, just trying to, my goal was always with my clients because I was a former artist. So when I do represent you, I'm already thinking outside, like life beyond rapping or singing. What else can I do? Can I make you a host on a TV show? Can I make you an actor? Can I get you in movies and television?
Can I get you some endorsement deals?
Yeah, some endorsements, some brands. Because it's not about the records these days. This is like records ain't selling like it used to. So you got to have the swag to be able to pimp it. Like, you know, like look, Mos Def. Acting, look at Common, acting, T.I. acting.
Even more Method Man, a lot of people getting acting.
LL Cool J, all these guys. So you have to be smart enough to meet. So as a manager, my thing is always, you know, let me just see how many hats can you, as an artist, are you capable of wearing?
Are you multitasking?
Multitasking. If you're not, I probably won't do it. But if you are, because I'm already thinking the day you do your record deal, I'm like, okay, brands. Let me get with Mark Cheatham and CAA for the touring opportunity, sell merch. Now let's get you a movie and a TV show. Can you act? Can you not act? So as a manager, I look for all those things, and then I make them come to life with my relationships with all these great people. You know,
with the artists is one aspect. But what about your team? Because, you know, you have everybody want to get their 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I shine the master. Don't understand protocol and principles of code and honor. How do you deal with your management team as it relates to you being the visionary behind the big scene and those that want to come underneath you and try to override you, you know, and do things? You know how that goes. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I try to. That's a great question. But that's the thing when I'm checking for my team members. I am looking for that guy that's more of a want to be a sponge, want to learn, versus, you know, sometimes you'll meet a guy and you can tell like this dude think he's Diddy.
He's shite. You know what I mean?
He might steal my clients. You know, like LIVIO ain't really spending the time he should be spending. Look, I'm on the road with you every day. I didn't took off with your clients, so I watch for those people because that does happen a lot. But I mean, I think the team. I try. First of all, I take a page from Uptown where, you know, they were always signing like, you know, 16, 17-year-old A&Rs and bring in the team management. Like I'll bring a 17-year-old manager and teach them the game,
role managing and how to handle things.
I teach them. So that 17-year-old cat ain't trying to take my shine. Not right now. Maybe 10 years from now. But then I'm retired. I'm out anyway. But yeah, I try to find the people that want to learn, not trying to, you know, I know more than you. Know? So that's with my team of putting the team together, and somebody that wants to be, definitely want to be the next Diddy. But that's what I look for, the quality of what Diddy was when he was 17.
Yeah, 17. I remember him running around a little Volkswagen coming up to 298 Elizabeth Street, for those that remember, with his girl who he had the first son with. And, you know, it was a different time back then. It's a different time now. But I could appreciate his growth and development. I don't appreciate some of the stuff I'm seeing now with this gay thing. You know what I mean? And this gay thing with Fabulous. And you got to see it, man. It's just the most bugged out thing ever. But that's either here or there. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning that type of behavior, even though we know in the music game, it seems like there's a lot of people switching gears. You know what I mean? They're wearing skirts and mascara and doing all types of nonsense, which makes no sense to me. I'm from the old ways, man, and how you're supposed to do things as men. But It's happening. But I can appreciate its growth and development, you know what I mean? It's Ciroc and all that, you know what I mean? Now, speaking about Ciroc, what has been the most difficult things you've endured in this business? The most difficult?
I've endured?
Yeah, that you've dealt with.
The haters.
The haters.
The haters, man.
But you got to have them, though. That means if you don't have no haters, that means you ain't doing your job.
But the haters do make it. I always have this dream, this vision and this dream that standing at the podium, getting an award saying, this goes out to all the haters. Because without you, it wouldn't be me.
It wouldn't be possible.
Because that hateration, as Mary say, hateration on the record, it makes you like, wow, why are you hating on me? I'm trying to just get on. And they hating on me, so I have to figure out how to go through the back door. And as I go through those back doors, now I'm finally where I want to be now. So I kind of went around the hateration side of things. Right. But that's been my heart. Is like, where you up for a position or you got a shot to get somebody signed, and then here come the hater like, oh, you don't want this with that. So that's my toughest. Everything else has been kind of like a nice little cakewalk because I've always Max Goose and Sylvia Rowan, like those people we've always been in good standing, but there's always that hater like that dude. Like right now, I'm on this show. How he get on that show today? Yeah, who was he? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's who you know and it's the relationship you got. That's how you get on this show. Yeah. You know what I mean? But if your attitude is piss poor, we probably won't see you anyway. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? So you got any other questions there, God?
Yeah, so you mentioned Puffy. So what are some of the, I guess, early attributes you saw in his character that you...
He was just a beast. Like he said, he always tell the story how when Uptown, Andre, like, I need you to run up, this is like 30 blocks up the road, New York blocks. I need you to run and grab this music for me. And he literally ran and on foot, grabbed what he needed and back out. Here you go, boss. So he had the motivation. He had, he just wanted to win. Yeah. He had that early on. Like,
on that pursuit of happiness, like how my man did. Go get me a donut. Go get me some coffee. All right, anything you want. Yeah. I just want to get in.
He just had it. Like he wanted to win. Like he wanted to be bigger than Uptown, and he looked bad boy. He did it.
And then he hired Andre. Ain't that
Hired his boy. Now he's with Revolt, and Andre works for us.
That's crazy. Ain't that something?
He's like the co-chairman of Revolt.
Ain't that something though?
so he always had that like I want to win. I want to be the best. He was very competitive even then. So that's why I look at that's what I like. Even my team. Like I want a competitive team, right. But not to the point where you're
trying to on some Judas strike. Yo, you like that, Livio? Out there, you stab me 100 times. Oh man, you know what I mean? I understand. Yeah. Publishing. Let's talk about publishing, man. Publishing is to me is the nucleus of this game.
Yes,
it's the mainframe, right? Publishing. What is publishing? What does it entail, and how do you stay afloat in today's world with digital licensing and all these other things? How does that play a part in the world of Who's Harris Entertainment?
Yeah, publishing is really ownership. It's like, you write a song or a book or whatever, but in this case, my case, a song, that's ownership. So you own that piece of material, and let's say the next step to me is okay, now I got this hit record that I wrote that I own. How do I get that on Rihanna? How do I get that on Beyonce? Again, it goes back to relationships. You know, it used to be a great song. No matter who wrote it. Now it's like, do we want to let? It's like a fraternity. You all got Kappa. Let me see if I want to let you.
Are you a Kappa?
I'm not none of that. But I'm just saying I respect it. But I'm saying that's how the industry is now. It's on some. What clique are you in?
Circle,
you're a grip of blood. It's like, come on, man, I got a hit record. So if publishing is ownership, like when you write that hit record, you own that, and then and that's why a lot of times people do pub deals, and then a lot of times I try to advise against it now, because it's the future. It's like you said, you got people like Leon Silver's example, who wrote a lot of hits for the Silvers and Lakeside, and I mean here it is, was like 30-some years later. He wrote "And the Beat Goes On" for the Whispers. And the beat goes on. So all of a sudden, Chrysler says, in this current day, I want to use that song. Chrysler Still Goes On.
Right.
And $750,000 just for 30 seconds of a song that you wrote 30-something years ago. So imagine now, if you own that, still, that's just $750,000.
That's your intellectual property.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not bad if you do a pub deal, because you still have 50-50. You 50% of it goes to me, 50% goes to you. So we both, and I'm hustling those records for you with my relationship that you just may not have. But to answer your question, publishing is ownership, is intellectual property, like you said. Some people choose to hold on to it, and most people that do publishing deals, They do it because they need the paper. You know, I'm tired of working this 9 to 5 at McDonald's. I'm better than that. I need to get a deal so I can get my equipment and be able to
just focus on my writing.
Mm-hmm. And so it's a beautiful thing. And if you get with the right publishing company, you know, of course, our job is to go out and solicit that. We would do a deal with you, but we just do the deal and just sit there and watch it. No, we want. It's going to say. Outkast, you got a record on Outkast. That's going to make the money that you want to make, 6 figures, 7 figures, or whatever. But then it's a publisher's job is to say, what can we do to squeeze more juice out of that? Let's get it on a movie. Let's get it in a TV show. Mm-hmm. Let's get it on a commercial or
a video game.
Oh yeah, because commercials and video games pay. Like you said, you do one song on the right commercial, you might get $500,000 just for 30 seconds of your song. Don't You Pussycat Dolls? CeeLo Green, he produced that. We did a deal with him. A week later, Heineken called and says, "Yo, we want to use this song for $375,000 for the little Heineken can. Don't you wish your girlfriend was?" So that's one time. Yeah. In the course of 8 years, that one song and sing along generated like $6 million.
Yeah.
So
publishing is the key.
Is the key.
All right. So listen. We listen. We're gonna have to extend this show, man. You know what I mean? It's only an hour. We can pack it in like sardines.
Right.
It don't happen that way. As I always say, man, do a part 2. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we want to get back with Livio Harris. We want to go into these new 2 songs, and then we're gonna come back with Livio Harris and segue out on some things. So you want to introduce the other 2 songs, Jerule?
Yeah. So the next song is by Lil Pump and DJ Carnage. It's called I Shine. And then we got a joint by Bishop Nehru, and it's called Are You Kidding? And that's produced by the Shell God.
Be right back. BIMU Radio, Livio Harris.
Lil Pump, hey, chill, hey, Lil Pump, chill. Look at my neck shine, look at my wrist shine, chill. My diamond might make you blind, chill. Let him in 5 at a time, ooh. I just be smoking on dope, chill. All of my diamonds are froze, ooh. Louis down head to my toe, chill. I just my body stove, chill. Look at my neck shine, chill. Look at my wrist shine, chill. Fuck a bitch 2 times, chill. Pussy with 2 5, ooh. No, I cannot lie, ooh. Look at my neck shine, chill. Look at my wrist shine. I think I got 2 high, ooh. Look at my neck shine. Gucci goggles on, so I got 4 eyes. Just smoking on gelato, yeah, I got it from Dubai. Benny on Big Lou, y'all on bow tie. 4 hoes in there, yeah, I can't lie. Smash her and her sis at the same time. Tell her bust it up, we gotta do it on FaceTime. Fucking on the 5-eye booty in daytime. Ooh, look at my wrist, I'm like, ooh, yeah. She saw my dick on the Instagram. Coach said you know who I am. Chill, that first cost 100 band. Ooh, Papa me now break open. Right wrist so wet, look like the ocean. One girl gave me talk, told her I had to smoke it. Lil Pump said rap game like a poet. Wow, look at my neck shine. Look at my wrist shine. Chill, my diamond might make you blind. Chill, let him in 5 at a time. Ooh, I just be smoking on dope. Chill, all of my diamonds are froze. Ooh, Louis down head to my toe. Chill, I just my body stove. Chill, look at my neck shine. Chill, look at my wrist shine. Chill, fuck a bitch 2 times. Chill, pussy with 2 5. Ooh, no, I cannot lie. Ooh, look at my neck shine. Chill, look at my wrist shine. I think I got 2 high. Chill, drop top coupe when I ride around. Play a little punt and your ass catch 100 round. Can't pull up to the weed shot. You ain't got a pound. Take a look, I bust down. I'm like, wow, ow. Come in the city, I'll bank out now. I'm on that word like 200,000. And they just mad cause I made my own sound. Jump on the roof and fast go wild. Look at my neck shine. Look at my wrist shine. Chill, my diamond might make you blind. Chill, let him in. Yo. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, the Black Spike Steve. Sauced up, dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning. I've been living. Sauced up, dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning. I've been living. Hey, I got a flex, know I'm up next. Run through these checks, these niggas they mad, they hoes they want sex. Feeling so blessed, I am not stressed. These niggas a mess, I'm playing like chess and I'm winning the game. Really I see that these niggas are lame. I'm winning, this shit is insane. All that I know is I'm bringing the flame when spitting the gas. I got a man like yes, yo bitch she yell on my ass. She wanna fuck her the cash. This shit is different, they know how it go. I just been cold like it's 40 below. All that I'm thinking is getting the dough. So I've been working from summer to snow. I got a glow, ooh, yeah. I'm about to blow, so yeah, it's so true. Yeah. I gotta show you. Yeah. Who are you? You's a fake. Stay in the grass. You's a snake. Bitch, she back in with a cape. Boy, you trash. Big mistake. Dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning. I've been living, sauced up, dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning, I've been living, sauced up, dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning, I've been living, sauced up, dripping. Are you kidding? I've been winning, I've been living, yeah.
All right, welcome back. The man of many hats, James Bond in the industry, doing it big. As we were segueing out, man, you was talking about a few things about how you operate and how you move and do what you do. Now you're also in film, and you're in TV, film, TV. Let's talk about that briefly.
Yeah, president of Tier 2 Films. They're out of Atlanta, and it's my cousins, and they own it. So they just brought me in, like you doing publishing. So I still do publishing. Right. When I left Notting Hill, it was like, what are you doing? Come over and mess with us. Yeah, family business. So they made me president of the company out the gate. I didn't have to.
You got to pull out a resume and nothing.
To this. It's like, you the president. So we've been doing a lot of great things, and so we were talking with Netflix right now. Oh yeah, having conversations with Jimmy Iovine. We had a meeting with him about Teddy Riley's life story. So there's a lot of great things that we were working on. But Paramount Pictures. So we're doing it on some real like Lionsgate, for cold black level of the game. And I just happened to walk into a blessed situation that was already moving. Right, like they've already had placements with BET and on.
Right. You spoke about cold black. One of my good friends and partners, Quincy Mel, was on our show as well. And I know he's doing a lot of great things.
Yeah, I love Quincy, man. I never met him yet, but we talked.
Don't worry, you're gonna meet him.
Talk because I want to.
You're gonna meet him, brother.
Do some things
through life, Allah, and Jerule, Allah. You're gonna meet him. Don't worry, that's gonna happen. Everything happens as it should. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Another question I had, man, that I thought was important. What has been your biggest professional disappointment?
Biggest professional disappointment.
Like, what has disappointed you in terms like, man, I can't believe that this happened. I put all this work in. You know what I mean? That this is what happened. What's been the most professional disappointment?
Yeah, then that's the heartbreak of the game, and that's the stuff that make managers or people in general not want to do the game. Because I ain't gonna get into names, but when you build somebody up from the ground, dust them off, give them the right records, get them the deal. Now they're on fire, and then all of a sudden
they get new.
The next guys or the next bigger manager comes along and says, "Hey man, I manage this, or I manage Beyonce. You need to deal with me."
So they become new niggas. Is what you're saying? New niggas. We just gonna say what it is. No disrespect, but that's what we call it.
Right? It's like I got a way ahead. They're like, I'm going with him because he's got bigger, better, bigger success stories. And so that's probably one time it happened to me, and that's what made me say, "God, what the hell?" So this management game this is early on in the '90s, obviously, but it's like, what kind of part of the game is this? So it made me
loyalty, people.
It actually made me walk away. I was like, I'm done. This is you find somebody, and then I heard all the other stories. Like, oh, I had this artist and he blew up, and now he left me. He left me. So it's almost set up that way. Like, find something, dust it off, make it shine, and then get ready to hand it off to the next man. And I'm like, what the hell is that part of the game? I'm trying to be in this the long term, but I kind of retired from it. And then a group called Not Enough back in the day, they're like a female crisscross. They were signed to Warner Brothers with Denise Brown. And
Denise was my boss.
She signed. Oh yeah, so Denise, Not Enough was over there. They did the song with Curtis Blow, The Breaks. And Sue Girls so anyway, they like, please come out of retirement. I'm like, we ain't really effing with this, But then I like their energy and their spirit. And I jump back in, and then I'm still here. So.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it is, man. You never have to work another day in your life when you're doing what you love, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm back in. Thanks to this brother here. Brought me back in. It's kind of like the movie
Godfather 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out, and then they bring me back in. You know what I mean?
And that's what it is. It's always when you're about to quit. It's always that special. Like even like DJ Kiss. It's like I was like, I'm never managing nothing else. I'm done. Then when I ran into Kiss, it's like, this dude got something special, man. I think
let me see what we can do.
Let me go ahead and come back out of retirement with this. Let me go ahead and continue it. But the good thing is that you have to be smart enough to, like right now, like saying, coming from a writer, a producer, in the early 90s to jumping into publishing, and then now all of a sudden it's like managing artists, managing actors, now film and TV president. So we got to figure out all these hats, and I didn't plan these hats. God did that. It was like I just said I can't write, and then 30 years later it's like writer, producer, record company owner, A&R, film executive. So all these things just fell in my lap. And I think it's just, having a good heart and just people could see. Like, this is a
quality
good dude.
People, man.
Like Kurt Whitley, example we just said.
Yeah, so, you mentioned DJ Kiss had something special. So the people that you manage, actors, artists, whoever it may be, what is that special thing that you could say that you see in people that makes you want to actually manage them?
Like example, Jonathan McDaniels, they call him Little J back when he was 14, same age as Kiss 15 now. But, when I met him, he's just like this. He's 14, but he's like a grown man at 14. And he had a lot of swag and a lot of ambition. And what's crazy, he was homeless at 9, him and his mother, so I think that made him grow fast. So when I saw him, he had the look, he had the swag, he had the whole, he really got it. So I was like, I think I want to manage him. We had a 17-year run, it's just, 17-year run. And then, so it's more the, making sure that they really got it, as far as the swag. And then with Kiss, it was like, this kid's, been DJing since he was 9. And he's still DJing. He's a DJ and a rapper. And he had the look, the swag the girls like. So I'm like, this dude's a DJing in over, Australia and Thailand.
I saw that. He was in Dubai, I believe.
Right.
I was in Thailand. But they got a big hip hop thing going on in Thailand, man.
Yeah. And he's half Thai, half black. So he goes over there a lot. So I'm like, this kid's doing international DJing like Khaled and anybody else. But he's also a young rapper on some Bow Wow tips. So I'm like, that's different.
Yeah, I heard his cut. It kind of sounded like I Need Love from LL. Kind of
had that
same
you
thing.
Caught that.
Come on, Queen, baby.
A lot of people ain't caught that yet.
Come on, man.
A lot of people have not caught that, but you caught that. It was.
Man, I'm serious when it comes to music, bro. I don't play around.
And that was our vision. We're like, let's flip the I Need Love tip with the modern day lyrics, but then we want to do the video and put L in and redo I Need Love video.
Or maybe come in shaking his hand like, I'm gonna pass this on to you.
Yeah, that's the goal.
All right, so we. Right there. All right, listen, we know, like I said, BIMU, man, we're going to have to extend this time, man. I mean, we're going to have to do something with management here. Got to extend this time. We got to, right? But one more question before we close out with our friend Livio Harris. What insights can you give independent artists and new executives coming into this new game now, if you want to call it that, under the music matrix? I just call it the music matrix. You know what I mean? I know it's like $1 billion question, right?
Right. Yeah, man. Just I just say, man, have a backup plan. Always have your backup plans because it's a different day. The music game back in the day, you walk in the record company, you looking like a star, like Usher. Boom, he's a star. Sign him. They put all this money, millions behind you, blow you up. Nowadays, it's like they want you to do it yourself. Okay, what is your Facebook numbers? I don't believe in that. Like, what's your Instagram numbers? So if I do all this work and I'm blowing myself up, I'm relevant.
What I need you for?
What I really need you for. That's what I'm saying.
Other than maybe marketing and to put a name on it to give me some credibility.
Exactly. So I try to say, like, for artists, man, just be street. You gotta have tough skin. You're gonna get a gang of no's. Just get back up, dust your feet off, dust your knees off, and keep it going. So it's gonna be tough out. It ain't what people think. Like, you just come to Hollywood and I'm a star. No, it's a whole nother day. But it's not impossible. It's just keep the faith, keep doing what you do. Don't let nobody tell you no. You're gonna get it. Yeah. You can't control when it's gonna happen, but if you got determination, it will happen.
All right.
Same with managers. Same thing.
All right. So, got a few more minutes, brother. We're gonna segue into this music, man. You want to introduce it, brother? But first, we want to thank our sponsors, man. Divine Milk Productions, Global Position Solutions. We want to thank Who's Harris Entertainment, music publisher, CEO, and founder Livio Harris for coming out on BIMU Radio, man. And we back on the scene. We got a great show coming up in the next couple of weeks with a new artist that Jerule has introduced me to, and we're looking forward to having you on the show. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out, www.BIMU Radio, Black Intelligent Minds United Radio. Look out for Livio Harris and what he's doing out there. Check him out, man. How do we find Livio Harris?
Yeah, so LIVIO, Livio .Harris at Gmail is my email account. And then, all my other socials like Facebook, Instagram, same thing.
Yeah, check him out, man. And you'll probably see more Livio Harris as he is doing the many things out there in the music business. And remember, listen to learn and learn to listen. Speak your mind your speak. Plug into your frequency. BIMU Radio, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace.
Just past the honors chord, man. Yeah. Just past the honors chord. Yeah. I'm just trying to play that fly shit. Slide, families don't ride shit. Even if you don't smoke.
get hot shit. Lay back like this, that vibe. Finally got off work like this, that ride to vacation. Across 110th Street was blazing for the motherless children that related to my hey, I know. You tired of that you can't feel it in your heart. Let the music be your secret lover like Atlantic Star. New Birth, Wildflower was that jamming shit by far. And Eddie Kendrick's voice I have you singing in your car. I know. Marvin played at your home. But that's the reason why your parents had to get it on. And that's the reason why you're probably here anyway. Don't fret, you can play that bullshit any day. But I'm just saying it's a whole catalog of analog. The warmest sounds you ever saw past the aux cord. You ain't jamming, just 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 past the aux cord. It's the vintage, might as well let Raphael Sadiq it. Voodoo moved the soul, cruising was made for LUVN. Badu food for thought, eat out of apple trend. Just got forever gold and R.I.P. B.B. King. And Prince and MJ that we played at barbecue to death. Summer shine, summertime with Smith and Jazzy Jeff. Willie Hutch scored the Mac while Foxy Brown was slept. Billy Paul, me and Miss Jones, I always knew she crept. Very White, Love Unlimited for the Soul Brothers. Ohio players and Heat Wave for the Cold Brothers. Funkadelic Mini ripple through the speakers. Bill Withers, Johnny Taylor, cheaper just to keep her. David Ruffin and the Temptations. Christmas time, Silent Night, Gladys Midnight Train kept the pips waiting. I'm saying we can go and chill on that other shit and join the party.